Asking for it. A novel approach. Episode 15. Chapter 56. The Pirate Valentine meme has done its work. There's been good buzz in fort and port alike for all of the past week. Michaela's ironical pirate glare has graced 100 Facebook news feeds. Bizarrely, the Huffington Post even picked up on it. They'd begun a Caption This Image campaign, having removed the original one. The Lucy had printed a small reproduction beside their masthead the day after the press release arrived. None of the editors even knew what it was meant to promote. They'd put it out there for its sheer subversive appeal. The photocopies that turned up on telephone poles and fences in the following days carried some basic event information as well. At the Lucy, its publishers breathed a collective sigh of relief when it seemed there was nothing satanic or even genuinely piratical behind the image. Over desktop lunches, editors debated whether Michaela's pose was intended to resonate with the famous image of Rosie the Riveter, the dew-wrapped feminist icon. The wartime factory worker's humorless lips, the muscular arch to her eyebrows, expressed an unqualified assertion of power. Don't let the makeup distract you. Her fist clenched, Rosie rolls her sleeve above the bicep and stares down anyone who might have a problem with that. Michaela's pirate is more playful, has a little more humor in her eyes. Her arms are crossed, biceps bigger than Rosie's, but relaxed. All the same, her smug self-assurance is directly evolved from Rosie's angry urgency. Regardless its provenance, Michaela's image continued cropping up in coffee conversations all week. For those unmoved by provocative girl pirates, the promotional poster's taglines, "First Ever" and "Free Admission," sweetened the pot. The coming anti-Valentine's Day event was the talk of two towns. At Abs and Jabs, the technical preparations are complete. All has gone well. Dick has gone beyond the call of duty, getting a substantial web presence together. Sherry, Lance's ace production assistant, squires an entire squad of sound and lighting technicians. The whole space is wired. They've swarmed over it the entire day. The DJ, a friend of Teddy's, is there with bells on. She's a sideways, flat-cap B-girl type. The baggy white t-shirt advises, "Try Beats," spelt B-E-T-Z. The headphones she wears over the cap and at least one ear trail what seems an endless length of spiral cord. Her head bobs almost absently to a rhythm of her own, but when she peers into the space beyond her decks, she has an intense look, like she intends to make history. Teddy's fervor won over everyone, beginning with Michaela. She'll make the perfect MC. There couldn't be a better choice. Not only is she not stage shy, she even has her own tuxedo. A consummate professional, she's worked remarkably amiably with Lance on a script for the night's proceedings. Her pattern needs nothing more than an audience for priming. Michaela and the Edge are taking a moment in the back room. Michaela listens to the DJ's beats filtering in from the main space. She's never been a dancer, has never really fallen in love with music. But here she is, actually shuffling her feet a little to the rhythm. She can imagine punctuating the beating she'll presently deliver with a few well-timed blows, on the downbeat, so to speak. It's a big show, after all. At 8 p.m., doors open and the first in line file in. The gym has been transformed within. Lighting is subdued in hues of violet and magenta. All the walls have been draped in dark sackcloth, giving the effect of no distinct surface boundaries at all. something like a cave's shadowed walls. The empty ring is illuminated from directly above with a single low-intensity flood lamp. The well-scuffed canvas is a dusty shade of rose. The whole space is a dusky and rouged boudoir, the ring like a bed in its center. In the shadows of the rear wall there is a small scaffold platform resembling a gallows, actually supporting the DJ and her decks. From the floor, only her ball cap and headphones can be seen atop the platform. An aggressive techno soundtrack filters over the space at low volume. The Edge's old room has been repurposed to stock the bar set up outside its doorway. Half the 200 folding chairs arranged around the ring have filled by 8:10. The DJ punches up her volume just enough to build the room's energy a little. People are animated. There's something happening, and they're in on it. Chapter 57. Another empty early morning platform slides slowly away in the window behind Jim's shoulder. The train gives a gentle shudder as his visitor, this prim and earnest boy, stares at Jim's richly embroidered robe and worn silk slippers. Jim smiles to himself at the arrival of this beautiful boy on the heels of Addis himself and the great mother's arrival on Florida's coast. The compartment door remains open, and the boy stands on its threshold. "What is your name, young sir?" "Washington Adamus Coxwell." "Indeed. And may I call you Adamus, then? Have you ever been told about the birth of the gods, Adamus? Do they teach you this important subject here in America?" "I'm not in school yet, but I know how to read. Are there any books about it?" "Not in school, but already reading. Why, that's excellent." "Mother says I'm special that way." "I dare say you are, Adamus. Well, there are many books on the subject, some much better than others. But I'm happy to tell you a little about it. There is a great deal of fun in the myths." "Oh, you mean like mythology gods? I know about Zeus and Hercules and all the monsters, of course." Jim's wonders about the boy's parents. They've taken pains to dress their boy respectably and read him mythology at a tender age. Where are these exemplary American parents while their child is off exploring the train's compartments? Chapter 58. Dick is in Leonora's office. It's dark. Only the glow from a pair of computer monitors illuminates him where he busies himself with stabilizing an uplink, established earlier in the evening with a server in Indonesia. The window onto the ring room below reveals a scene growing energetic. Early arrivals have been milling about for the past 20 minutes. They are in perpetual motion, very few in their seats. Currents form and reform in that crowd. The lighting is primarily a wash of violet hues overlaid by meandering translucent pink polka dots. The effect is updated. Very chill discotheque. Dick's eyes flit back and forth from the actual scene to the virtual one on the monitors. The shifts in depth of field keep his brain's f-stops working overtime. The visual calisthenics don't cease when his cell phone buzzes and Brandy adds a new layer of distraction. "Hey, sweetie, what's up?" "I've decided I can't come until later. You, on the other hand, can come a little sooner." That's intriguing. Kind of got my hands full here, though. Not as full as they're going to be in a minute. Exactly 1 minute. Uh-oh. You're not going to count me down in the middle of this big event here, are you? 55. 54. I'm becoming very jealous of all your time Michaela's taken lately. And now you have to prove your loyalty by taking that big prick of yours out and, oh, Brandy, I don't know, and putting it to good use, loosening me up. 45. 44. Better have it going there, big boy. I need you to find my sweaty places. It's so hot tonight. I can feel a trickle of sweat between my shoulder blades. 39. 38. I'll scooch a bit lower, but you've got to get up behind me now. Quick, it's tickling me. Chase that sweat with your prick. Come on, I need a good cock massage right now. You need to go really deep, Dick. On the floor below Leonara's office, just out of Dick's line of sight, a little knot of people are gathered around Lance Abiarty. Cell phones are glowing there. Eyes dart from Lance to the room rapidly filling around them, and back again to phones until, one by one, each of this group has their minute of Lance's attention. An enormous black-shirted security guy bends to listen to a young woman while continuing to scan the room. Dick is in a sweat, though he hasn't actually touched himself. He's still managing to keep track of the site hits and data rates. He can feel the energy in the room below. He's always prided himself on his ability to multitask. Maybe he can just put his cell on speakerphone and free himself up a little. 25, 24, because when a girl is truly ready, Dick, like I'm truly ready, every pore gets opened up. Every bit of me is crying out for it. You have to give it to me. Your good stuff. Give me your smut love, your butt love, whatever you got. I want it all. 14. 13. Give it to me, bitch. Give me your hot stuff. 7. 6. I want it, Dick. 3. 2. Everything. 1. Now! Dick has had his fly open for a while, but he hasn't chanced actually working up any real steam. He's made some appropriate sounds. Out in the main space, it's showtime. Teddy climbs into the ring wearing her tux, hair pulled back into a tight, stubby ponytail. She pulls down the old-school mic on a rope from above the ring's center. On the edge of the crowd nearest the office, a woman is waving her arms in Dick's direction. The dimmed lighting makes it difficult to say, but there is something very familiar. Oh, God. It's his mother. What's up, Lucy? Happy Valentine's Day! The crowd is distracted, so Teddy pumps herself up and really lets them have it. I said, what's up, fuck? There's a good round of hooting back this time, even some shrieks from the back of the crowd. The sound levels on one of Dick's monitors go into the red. Jerking around to mouse them down a tad, he knocks his giant Starbucks into his lap. The venti iced frappuccino makes a frigid swamp of his open jeans and boxers. Well, what the fuck, folks? I gotta get some pussy up here on stage before I get your attention? I heard that. Need me some myself, so... Wait a minute. Did she just say, oh yeah, that's right. I'm a big-time cat lover. Bada ding, bada boom. There are a few isolated giggles. Otherwise, the audience remains quietly baffled. Okay, give y'all a chance to catch up here. Everyone's wondering what's tonight got to do with Valentine's Day. Am I right? So, it's like this. Before the Romans got religion, they had scads of gods. And the biggest goddess of them all was Juno. Now, Juno, She was specially big on marriages, 'cause she could see that men needed, domesticating, if you know what I mean. Teddy is pausing, but the crowd isn't rising to the bait. In case the little shits go and decide they're gods themselves, you know what I mean? All right, hold up a sec. Attention deficit bit of an issue here? I'll make this quick and dirty then for you. Better than riddling. Here we go. Eventually the gods got tired and Christianity cropped up. There was this dude, Valentine, a real martyr. He got himself beaten and burned on a stake for defying the Roman emperor. Yeah, Claudius II, he wanted more men for his armies. Now Valentine and the other priests got told to back off the marriages for a while. But our boy, Valentino, well, he was religious about his romance. He kept right on marrying soldiers to their sweethearts till old Claudius had him roasted. Not too bright, but got himself sainted for his trouble, our Valentine. No one knew what to expect tonight, but a lecture would not have been high on many lists. The delivery has been rapid fire, but there's been grumbles and fidgeting throughout the crowd, and the restless class assembly atmosphere is spreading. Okay, TMI, fine. Listen, Lucy, y'all mind me calling you Lucy? I've known a couple of fine Lucys in my time. Oh yeah, fond memories there. Where was I? Oh yeah, okay. Who wants to see some serious flegalia? Now what the fuck is flegalia, you saying? Well, way back in ancient Mesopotamia... Nah, I'm just messing with you. Flegalia. I cracked myself up sometimes. A snarky ha issues from the rear of the crowd. All right. So you came out to see what this hella sexy pirate gal thing's all about. Am I right? A spirited roar answers her from the crowd this time. Well, chill down, kiddies. We'll get there. In the meantime, here's a little in-fight entertainment for y'all. The DJ pipes in some carnivalesque calliope for atmosphere. The lights go down and she adds some canned crowd noise to build tension among the actual spectators. Anticipation peaks at the cartwheeling entrance of a ponytailed woman in yellow silk pajamas. She vaults to an impressive height, landing in the ring's center. A brief kung fu display of high kicks and assorted lightning-fast strikes ensues. A second young woman, slightly stockier, enters the ring, sport bra and baggy silk shorts, a female Muay Thai kickboxer. She bounces in place, bouncing high as if on a trampoline. A third entrant, hooded robe of the traditional Western boxer thrown off to reveal a burly black beauty rolling her shaven head one direction and the other, shaking out her big arms. The DJ silences her circus beats, leaving only an ambient blend of crowd noises on the close night air. The fighters turn to salute the crowd on all sides before exiting the ring again. Teddy bounds back in, eyebrows bouncing, nodding suggestively. Now, I know y'all want to see some of that mixing it up. Well, guess what, bitches? You're gonna have to wait for that too. You don't get your dessert before dinner in this house. Hell no. The crowd renews its low-level griping. Oh, what? Y'all pissy about Valentine's Day still? Little confused, Lucy? Well, we didn't say we'd give you eye candy and real candy. Remember, this here's your Pirate Valentines. You got candy on the real V-Day back in February. This here's your anti-V-Day, August 14, Lucy. In February, you had the tourists and romantic schlock up your wazoos. Here in the sweaty-ass crack of summer, it's straight up pokin' and stroking. Are you with me? Cheers and a semi-drunken, I'll get with you, from somewhere in the middle seats. Teddy grabs a fistful of black polyester tuxedo crotch and grins as she surveys the rest of the crowd. General amusement ripples and subsides. Chapter 59. Adamus, you've no doubt heard many tales of Zeus. But did you know that even Zeus, greatest of the Greek gods himself, was once a helpless babe in the arms of an all-powerful goddess mother? As sure as our own mothers brought us life, so the great mother goddess Cybele Mata brought the Greeks' gods into this world. The boy nods, an earnest expression of interest on his smooth, round face. He has wondered before just where Zeus came from. He's accepted the whole jumble of characters populating his bedtime tales, but this Cybele matter, well, this promises a missing link, or maybe the whole fantastical realm of mythology will just get more real. His parents are both teachers and good storytellers, but they've left this part out. What did she look like? Did she have 2 arms and legs like humans? Oh, yes, she does. And she is very beautiful, too. I can show you if you like. The boy's eyes widen as Streetheart reaches in beneath the lapels of his dressing gown. He extracts a circular gold pendant on a heavy chain necklace. It's antique, perhaps 2 inches in diameter. Set within an intricate filigree border is a cameo, an ivory carving on a cloudy jade background. The goddess in profile has features mild of expression, yet fierce in their contours. Sharp jaw and cheekbones mirror the architecture in her crown. The crown is a marvel of minute sculpting. An entire city grows up from the circlet, tipped back a little from the divine brow. Why'd she have all these buildings on her head? Well, for the ancients, Cybele represented our future, the whole of human life. She was not merely the origin of the gods, but a symbol of all it means to be human. You see these eyes, and the fangs and claws all here below her? They are her lions, symbols of her dominion over men's base animal nature. All the things that keep us part of the animal kingdom. Do you see? The city above and the animal below. Cybele commands the progress of our civilization. Chapter 60. Well, righty then. 3 bouts of 3 5-minute rounds. Straight up MMA, motherfuckers. Give 'em a big hand now. First up, over here in the checkered shorts, from San Antonio, Texas, Juan the Bomb Alvarez. With the introductions done, Teddy vacates the ring. A referee enters and checks in with the combatants' handlers in their respective corners. The lights are up, hot and bright. The trappings of official competition transform the atmosphere in the room. Juan the Bomb and his opponent spend a while sizing each other up. Tactical advances and retreats, grappling and glancing blows. Each of the bouts in this segment of the program go the same way. There are gnarly exchanges, a few good jarring shots, but a far greater percentage of each bout is spent in circling and clinches. The last of the 3 bouts features 2 female MMA fighters. Well matched, this one ends in an exhausted split decision. The sweaty sister sluggers are rousingly applauded when they embrace at the decision. They smile neon neoprene mouth protector smiles and salute to the crowd. Teddy bounds back in as the ring is vacated and the applause fades. She strides a wide circuit of the canvas before addressing the crowd. "Well, all right, Lucy. Now did that work for you? Huh? Let's hear it for the first course of our fight night feast." There's good applause, but Teddy glares into the audience with indignation written on her face. "I said, how about it, bitches? Make some noise now!" The crowd roars back. Teddy spreads her arms, does some palms up lifting gestures, and gets another decibel or two. "All right, I think you guys might just be ready for some romance. We got them deadly dames I introduced you to earlier on there. Auntie V-Day, y'all. Let this be a lesson in love for ya. When these gals' hearts start beating, folks just gonna get hurt. First up, in the red corner, she's one dangerous Muay Thai menace. Not for the weak of heart, y'all. It's Drella the Driller. With Drella's male opponent introduced to more hesitant applause, Teddy leaves the ring to the fighters, their handlers, and the referee. There's an uncertain hush in the room as the preparations inside the ring proceed. Then a crew-cut muscle bunny, slick with body oil, and yes, sporting nothing but tight black leather short shorts, lifts his big round one placard high overhead and sashays the ring's perimeter twice to the whistling and catcalls, screeches, and general female approval. The crowd has come alive at last. Wolf howls answer the catcalls, and general boisterousness reigns as the fighters touch gloves and they kick things off. In the course of the next 45 minutes, each of the women introduced earlier takes her turn in the ring. Their opponents are all male, less glamorous and less gifted as well. Each is overmatched and progressively pummeled into submission. There is a new referee as well. He wears the typical black pants and white shirt, sports a bad comb-over and a little paunch belly, but he proves somewhat ineffectual, while doing his best to intervene from time to time and mitigate the loser's suffering. Largely ignored by the beauty with the upper hand, this quasi-referee is regularly rewarded for his efforts with an errant punch or an elbow to the head while attempting to separate the clinches. When enough blood has been spilt and the loser's defeat is judged adequately ignominious, a gaudy little light show signals conquest in the victor's corner. During the victor's celebration dance, the limp loser is scraped up from the canvas, shoveled under the ropes, and out of the ring. The referee hastily nurses his own wounds before convening the next match. When the final round of the third bout is called, the referee hoists the winner's arm to signal victory. The black woman boxer, towering over him, takes the back of his head in her free gloved hand and scrubs his face into her exposed armpit. Fist pumping and with a glistening, sweaty smile for the audience, she exits with her handlers through the channel opened between sections of the crowd. Techno surges back over the applause, and darkness obscures the ring once more.